Okay, number 1. Oh. Are you maybe workaholic? Okay. Seems like during August you might have some sort of a regret or some sort of a memory that you cannot get rid of, and yeah, that's your color card. So but ironically you're really workaholic, so I don't think you'll like kind of overthink your emotion. You'll be more of a person who's doing his or her work, and I think you'll find a new project or some sort of a realistic work that you could start, or maybe something that you could study, which could help your career. And I think you'll work as a group. This color card kind of matches your Lennormand card because this mice represents a rumor and a stressful situation, and then someone might be making some harmful situation for you. So that might be related to your emotion during August. And then there might be some kind of a obstacle, or like someone might be blocking your future or like maybe there's like yeah, obstacle which could kind of let you down, but I think you'll work hard to make your progress, and then there might be some sort of a movement, or like you might move to other place, or you might be going on a business trip, or maybe you're going on a vacation. Yeah, there's some sort of movement, but I think it might be a business trip because you're really working hard during August. And then there's no water card or a star card, which kind of represents like idealistic ideas. So you're more of a realistic person during August. So I think it might be a business trip, or like some sort of a work based on a work kind of a trip. So yeah, so it doesn't seem like you have a very much of a surprise during August. It's just that maybe there was some sort of a hard situation during July, which has caused this kind of a depression, or like a pain which you could not get rid of in your mind, but you try not to really think hard, I think. But yeah, so there might be a business trip, but also taking a rest might be really good once in a while during August, because that could bring wealth to your situation. And then you might receive some sort of a message which could kind of let you down. So there's like there's no ups but there's few downs and then steady lines on your luck, I think. Or yeah. I don't know like specific words when you're doing a reading in English for these. There might be a specific term, but yeah. So that is your sort of luck during August. Let me see. If you have a child, I think your living situation might not be that bad, and then you're really good with your stressful situation, because fox represents flexibility, and then you might be really smart, so you really don't have to worry. But if you don't have a child, maybe during August, sometimes you might act like a really smart and wise person, but sometimes you might act a bit childlike, so you might play games or do a some sort of activity which might seem like child for other people. But your space or like your living situation seems pretty luxurious, so yeah, everybody's standards are different, but based on this card, your situation doesn't seem that bad. But if it isn't really that good, maybe you might have a chance to go to a fancy place during August. Yeah, that's some additional card that I pulled out for you. And for those of you who are interested in Korean style tarot card, oh, okay, wow, okay, so I feel like for those of you who has chose this card, I think your financial circumstance isn't really bad because this card came out, but you have to watch out for other people. Like they might wanna steal, or like they might wanna take away your estate or your establishment or your accomplishment. So you really have to watch out. This seems really scary, but this also means movement and starting with something new. So I think you might have worked really hard during July, and then you're starting something new as a project, or you're really curious on some sort of realistic work or project or idea. This means a movement, and then you might have some sort of accomplishment, and then maybe a praise from your boss or someone who's at a higher rank than you are. So yeah, that is your luck for August. So oh, wow. Okay, yeah. This is a really good card. This color is a really good card. Out of all the 6 color of this structure. This means you will accomplish something, and then you'll be successful. So this might be with the help of a spiritual element, or because of some sort of spirit. So when you face some sort of obstacle, or like a failure, or maybe someone's like onto you, like, you know, they wanna have a quarrel, or like yeah, if there's an obstacle, try to maybe pray or like maybe try to have a meditation, or if you're a Catholic, or like if you're a Protestant, Christian, then maybe going to church every weekend, or maybe like doing your own prayer at your house might be a good idea. That'll be really helpful for your accomplishment, or for your success. And if you're a Buddhist, then also you know, maybe reading Buddhist phrase, or like reading those books might be helpful. Yeah, those kind of meditation will help you. That is my recommendation, and you don't have to trust me. I'm not a professional. Okay, this is really clear. Okay, so like I said, try not to, you know, face the quarrel. If you do, your wealth might be might have effect. So you know, as you can see, this is a poor person's clothes. You know, it doesn't seem like you are really financially troubled person, but yeah, it might affect your financial circumstance if you do have a quarrel. This is what to do, and this is what not to do. This picture is really clear, right? This 2 cups means having a connection, or like doing a contract, or also being harmonious. So yeah, that is something that you have to do, and then this is something not to do, being angry, or saying things that are mean, or yeah, yeah, that is something to watch out. Yeah. Of course, you know, I know that sometimes when you face some obstacles, and then face some sort of unfair situation, you know, it's really easy to get angry, and I also get angry, but the card reading is telling us that that isn't really helpful. So yeah, we all have to watch out. Okay, so by the end of August, you still have a lot of curiosity, and then you still might be really onto something, like, you know, maybe doing a research, or you know, developing your idea and those kind of stuff. So you might really get really deep on that, because this color is really dark. But after that, you might have some sort of very much of a calm connection between your group. So maybe your project result or idea that accomplishment might get recognition, because you have worked really hard, you have thought about it, and then those kind of results might let other people think that, oh, I could understand that. I could understand why you are so workaholic or deep on that idea, and then doing a lot of research. Yeah, some people might think that, why are you so closed, or like, why aren't you talking, or like those kind of things. But that kind of pace or time for you is like necessary, because you have to think deep and then think really hard. So I think that might be the reason why. But by the end of that, a lot of people understand why you did that. So I think that's a really good sign for you. Okay. That is my reading for you. As I've said, I haven't spoken English for a really long time, so there's like a lot of could I say buffering, or like yeah, I don't think I spoke really well, but yeah, I hope this was helpful in some way. Yeah. For those of you who have chose white. Oh. I have done a Korean reading before this, and there's not a lot of flow of a contract, or like communication, or like a connection, but during this English reading, there's like a lot of connection or a contract going on. This is really interesting. I think maybe by end of July, a lot of people have ups and downs, but maybe there was some sort of a hardship, but by starting of August, you will find a peace, and then your mind isn't really that complicated anymore. You have found your own self, so that is really good. This is really close to this card. Strength card actually is a really strong card, which is saying that you have your own belief, and even if you face some difficulties, you'll try to control it, like this card. And then you're really committed to your belief and work, and your idea, and then what you have to do in your life. So that kind of leads to a connection between a person, and then people really want to have a one-on-one conversation with you, and yeah, that might lead to some sort of a contract, or a conversation, or a connection. But it seems more like connection or a communication, because there's not a one pentacle card, which means that this sort of a thing is not for a realistic value. It's more for your moral lesson, and then your commitment in your life. So you might be like monk, or like pope. Yeah, because you're really committed, and then you could really control your mind. Wow. okay, your card reading is really structured, could I say that? Like really united. Like during August you might have a self-growth, and then you might really develop because you're really committed, and then you could control your mind. I think this is more of a spiritual growth more than a realistic one, because like I've said, there's no pentacle card or realistic some sort of a work card. Wand card and pentacle card means a realistic work or idea or that kind of flow, but this water card and then hangman and strength all kind of represents emotion and then spirit and those kind of things. So yeah, but if you do have a spiritual growth and development, then your future seems pretty bright, and then you might have a lot of connection or friendly people around you. But don't you have to work? How do you like feed yourself? Oh, okay. I have to see what you are. Cause there's I think there might be a realistic or like financial opportunity for you during August. It's a heavenly opportunity. This might lead to a really good future. There's like 2 sun card, and this is not a opportunity that someone wanna give it to you because they want to also have that kind of benefit. It's because that person wants to help you, because that person is moved by your commitment and your good mind. I think you might be a person who is getting ready to start something, move on to something else, and then you're very spiritual. You are onto spiritual study. So there's 2 strength cards, so you really could control your mind as well. So maybe you're not a person who already has a career. You might be getting ready, or maybe you're a person who doesn't have to have a realistic career because you're doing a spiritual work. So this also is close to High Priestess card. In Korea, this person is called Lunya or Budang, which means they could predict future, and they're on a God's commission. And then this means death or something bad, or darkness in your life. but that turns into something good. This is mountain god. So I think if you are onto that spirit work, or maybe you might be a person who are getting ready to start something, but if you're committed to some sort of goodwill, and then you are committed to something that's good, I think maybe a spiritual God might be helping you to succeed. This also is similar to this card, this sun card, and then this mountain god card. They call it Sanshin in Korean. Sanshin is San is mountain, and then Shin means God. But this color is red, which means fire in Korea. So, or in Asia, you know, China, Korea, Japan, they kind of share this kind of idea of water, fire, and, you know, earth, and what is it? Oh, and, you know, green means plant, or like nature. So yeah, this represents fire, which also means sun. So this will lead to a very good result. So I think if you're committed to your spiritual growth and like your development, then I think maybe there might be some sort of a contract, and then, you know, realistic opportunity that's given by, or, you know, someone, because they want to help you, because of their goodwill. Yeah, that's interesting. I think during August, you have to kind of stay very closed, or like secretive. You really don't have to stand out, but do work hard for your success. And a male person might be helping you rather than a woman. This card is really yeah, but something what not to do is saying yes to everything that's given to you, because there might be a good offer, but there also might be a bad offer. So saying yes to all of it might not be really good. And maybe the money, financial circumstance might face some difficulties in some phase, but it'll turn bright in the future, so don't worry about it. That is my reading, but you don't have to trust me. Like I've said, I'm not a professional, so yeah, that is my reading for you for the August. And let's see. Oh, okay. So if you carry on with that flow, you will really become your own person. Like you will find your identity, your true self, and real me. If I translate directly. So that's really awesome, I think, because having your own identity and then knowing what to do in your life, and then your commission in your life, is like really a good thing, I think, because a lot of people are confused until they're deaf what to do. They really cannot decide what to do. So you know, finding your commission in your life, I think it's a really blessed idea, or you're really blessed in some ways. So yeah, August might be a month to have a spiritual growth, and then finding out your own true self. And then because you have studied, or you had that kind of lesson, so someone is like giving you a really good realistic opportunity. So I'm really happy for you as well if that really comes true. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. For those of you who have chose purple, okay. This one is really close to my situation. Okay. For those of you who has chose purple, maybe by end of July or be like the previous month, you might have actually faced some failure already, or like difficulties, because you're looking back what you have done before August, but you still try to work hard, or like study hard, or do research by step, but you still feel like you're really missing out on something, and then you might feel like a failure, but this card is recommending you that don't just look on your that, you know, side that you have failed, but be more content with your situation, because there might be more of a big obstacles, you know, in lifetime. You know, you don't just face one obstacle or failure, right? So maybe your situation might not be that bad. I kind of agree with this idea. When I you know, watch other tarot reading, you know, when someone is saying that be satisfied with your situation even if you face failure, I thought that that's kind of a bullshit because you know, how could you be satisfied with your situation if you have faced failure or obstacles? But actually, you know, there's a lot of, you know, difficulties around the world, which is a lot worse than your situation. So if you have a place to sit and something to eat and a place to sleep, then that's a really a blessed life. So so I think it's saying that, you know, it's not really that bad. Don't be so sad about it. Okay. So if you try to be content with your situation, then you might work really hard and then try to be successful again. This means that you're working really hard. So by the end of the month, I don't think you'll be depressed or like just, you know, looking at one thing or focusing on one thing, but more looking at other branches of idea and a lot of different kind of opportunity. But I've heard that, you know, if you have a lot of projects, you know, a lot of different perspective, that doesn't unite to one idea, so it might not lead to a very much of a one result. So it's a good idea to concentrate and then try to see what's more important to be successful. So that's the recommendation that this card is giving. And that's weird. I think during August you might have a some sort of a message or a contract. Oh, there's a lot of contract for this English reading, but it might seem like a lucky offer or like good idea, but if you do go abroad, or like if you go to a distant place because of that offer, it doesn't seem like a good idea. So I think it's better to stay at home. Yeah. I think it's maybe better to do your own business or like project, not based on some other person offer. Actually, okay, so it's good to have a connection with other people, but it just have to be solely on like a realistic so it doesn't have to involve emotion. That's what I'm saying. So something to watch out is maybe getting too emotional, and yeah, because that could lead to a dark side and some sort of a trap. So if you have an offer by someone else, or if you're doing your own business and then you have to work with someone else because of the contract, then maybe try to look through what kind of offer that is, and then don't be so childlike, and then just make that decision right away. But it's important actually to have a good connection with a person who's older than you, and to know that you're a person who might be younger. So in Asia, that means try to maybe follow a good sort of a rule because you're still not that experienced. That is what it's saying. But I don't really recommend you to actually take some sort of offer right away, because that also might be a trap in some sort of way. So I can't really decide for you, because it's, there's also a good and bad side on both your own decision and the offer by someone else. So okay, that is really weird. So it's saying that actually there might be a even if you do your own work by your own name, you still have a luck, not a luck, or you still have that sort of a flow that you have a chance to go somewhere abroad, or maybe do a international work. So I think this might be something that you cannot deny. Could I say that? Because it might be, in your life destined to do that kind of a work in some way. Okay, my recommendation for you, I said that don't take the offer right away, right? And don't say yes to everything. But actually this offer will come to you, maybe, and but I don't think you could deny that offer or that kind of situation, because actually by the end you'll have a good some sort of a feeling or a connection with the person who offered that kind of opportunity for you. Because if you do your own thing by your own name, it's very not steady, but you're not taking a risk, but it also means that you're kind of falling down, or like you wanna try to move on to something, because just by your own self it kind of let your feeling go to a deep dark side. So it's actually better to have a communication and work with someone else. If that's international, that's a lot better. So if you do that, then maybe the obstacles that you have faced, or something that you felt like it's a sad event, a failure, during July, you could actually end that kind of a bad, depressing mode, and then maybe move your emotion more to the bright side. So actually it's a good thing to have a connection with other people. But what this card is saying is that even if you have a connection, or like some sort of a collaboration, or that kind of a work with someone else, you still have to make your own decision. So it's saying that don't listen to everything that other people is saying. Oh, this is good for you, and then you have to do this and those kind of things. You still have to have your centered idea and then centered self in order to collaborate with other people. Just listening to them might lead to some sort of a rumor and you know, bad events in some way. So it's actually better to have a very centered self in order to work with someone else. That is my recommendation for you. And then yeah, okay, but my reading's getting longer because if if I see some dangerous situation in the reading, then I'm kind of worried. Don't believe me 100% because this is tarot card general reading, but I'm not a professional. But if you do have a, you know, a foreign or international offer, don't go to that place, you know. Maybe stay at your home and then have an online contract, and you know, those kind of work is okay. But going to that place kind of might lead to maybe a bit of a violent situation. You have to work really hard, and it's not a good result. If you stay at home and do an international business or like a work or a project or collaboration, you will have protection from that. Maybe if you face fraud, you will still have a protection. So I do not recommend you to go to a foreign country, but you could do a international work. Yeah, the result is like I've said. So yeah, that is my recommendation for you. For those of you who have chose red, wow, this is a similar color, right? I love this kind of coincidence. Strange warmth. Okay, let's see. It's saying that something fresh or something, you know, new might come into your life during August, and new relationship and not expected constellation. Unexpected, right? Okay, wow, this is like really weird. From 1 to 4, like all the reading is like, you know, getting contract or offer, and then, you know, in the beginning they face failure, or like they have to go to some other place or do international work. Wow, this is okay. So I think from the beginning of August you might be going to some other place, and then you might not want to accept that kind of opportunity or offer, but there's an offer coming for you. This is related to number 3 as well, but you know, I recommend the reading number 3 to not to go to a foreign country, but doing a project at home but internationally. But I don't know about this person. This is a flow, so okay, same card came out. Okay, but for you, going to other place is really a good thing. You will have growth and development, and it's a positive thing. The ship card means movement and a new start, and then this same with this emotion card. So if you do go to a new place, you might have a warmth in your life, and bright future, and a new relationship, and a new event. But you might not want to accept that offer right away because you are kind of in a, I do not know how to say quante in English. I forgot. Not a boredom. It's more like it's not a depression or a boredom. It's in between that. Yeah. So, but if you do accept that offer, I think you might have a new startup something, and then it's like, you know, having a good progress in your life. So I do recommend a person number 4 to actually go to somewhere new and fresh, and somewhere that you did not know before. But it doesn't have to be a foreign country, because it might be a domestic movement. It might be a very small movement, but you know, it doesn't have to be a big change. But it seems like a big change though, because 2 ship came out. Okay. Oh, this card is also recommending you to go somewhere fresh and new, because that might lead to a realistic development as well. And then you might work with a male person. If you're a male, then another male person is your cooperative partner. And this Tongja is saying yes to this idea of going somewhere new and fresh. But if you don't, then you might, if you deny that offer, then you might stay at home, and then, you know, just, yeah, maybe be angry with your situation. Okay. Okay. For those of you who have chose number 4, it's saying that international foreign country is also good for you. So unlike number 3, I don't think you have risk of going to a foreign country by this reading, because it's saying that it's successful. But that is my recommendation. You know, you never know about your future, right? This is just a reference and a recommendation. So just take it as a just a little advice from a person, and making that progress is your choice. Not, it shouldn't just be solely based on this tarot reading, because everybody can make different future by their own selection of that option. So yeah, but this card is saying that going to a foreign country doesn't have that much of a risk, and you might be successful because of that offer, or you might have offer because you went to somewhere new. Yeah, that is my reading for you for August. That is all for today, and like I said, I'm not a professional, so don't trust me. Okay, the battery ran out, so so don't trust me 100%, but I'm just doing this for fun. So but I hope you found it helpful, and if you do like it, then please do subscribe and like.